Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to a very exciting deal reveal. We are going to bring a deal that you can take action on once again. And this is not just any old deal. It's not just any old Cleveland deal. It is going to be a duplex that is not only meeting the 1% rule, is meeting the 2% rule. So we are talking some massive cash flow, and we're going to see if we have a little bit of discount at purchase for you as well. I have literally been breaking my back finding deals like nobody's business. And actually, I did hurt my back checking out all these properties and everything. So I might be a little bit less mouvementé, a little bit less enthusiastic. I'll try not to hurt myself more than I already have. But there's a ton of deals. Minutes before this deal reveal right now, just got an accepted offer for another Deal Butler client. Pas un, pas deux, pas trois, mais bien 14 plus 5. 19 units accepted for the Deal Butler client. And we're probably going to be revealing it in the next couple of weeks, but it was just too last minute to show it on this one. But 19 units, a combination of 4 buildings, a double, a triple, a 5 plus 1 storefront, 6 plus 2 storefront opportunity. We've got some creative financing built into that. We've got some debt takeover. We've got some seller financing. We've got just so much going on. There are so many opportunities here for you. And Hamid, nice to see you. Bonjour from Toronto. Hi there from Cleveland. Nice to see everyone else who's on with us live. Who do I see here real quick? Lucas, nice to see you back. Kip, yes, absolutely. Hope Amy's with you. Jeremy, we have Isabel, Hamid, and George, and who else do we have here? The entire Facebook extended live family, and those who are going to be catching the recording. Nice to see you all here. And so remember, we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. Say hi if it's not your first time here. If it is your first time, put hashtag JK. We love to see who is new and how many new people are coming up. Hi there, Kip. And if you're catching the replay, in the comments, just put replay. We're trying to see how we're reaching people these days. And if you're already investing in the US, do a woot woot and share with us this very, very exciting time to be foreign nationals, Canadians, and other foreign nationals across the world looking into and investing in US real estate for cash flow and for lifestyle, because that's what we're about here. Quick little note, little announcement, right? The bus tour was amazing a few weeks ago. The next one is in August. So if you want to come to Cleveland, check out some of these properties. And that 19 unit package was actually found during the bus tour, right? And so it's some of our VIPs who identified this opportunity, and they've been negotiating it, and it just ultimately got the final accepted offer moments ago. So really, really exciting times. These bigger deals might take a few weeks to negotiate, and that's perfectly fine. It's worth a few hours invested. So next bus tour, August 10th and 11th. And about half of that bus is already filled out. We got limited seats. It's about the size of this. This was a full group for our bus tour. We like to keep things rather intimate. And so we're about half filled as it is. So if you're interested, hang on. We'll have that link for you by the end of this little call. Right, we have the all you can learn and the all you can fast pass. If you want to learn it, do it by yourselves. And on June 12th in Burlington, near Toronto, we're going to have a meet and greet. And in July, on the 13th, that's a Saturday, we're going to have one in Laval, so just outside of Montreal. So it's official. Burlington is going to be more French-based, and July 13th is going to be more French-based out near Montreal. So we got 2 meet and greets for you. And we're very, very excited to meet you in person. And as well, I will say that the Laval is being co-hosted with one of our community members, Noemi and Canuck, recent JK proteges in the JK community, and so they will be there to share their success and their journey with you. So that's beautiful. Thank you, JK team, who's in the chat, who just posted the link for the bus tour and the link for the meetup. Maybe just repost the meetup link real quick, JK team, because there's an extra dot in there. You can't click on it, but we've got you covered. You any questions? JK team is there for you. So today, what we're going to talk about is a real deal brought to you by the Deal Butler. And why is the Deal Butler showing you a deal? Well, because the current Deal Butler client, who's number one of the list, and number two, both wanted a discounted property. That's the golden rule that was more important to them. Today's property is not meeting the discount rule, but it's a very strong cash flow deal. And so it's not meeting their criteria that they selected. And so it's up for grabs. So this is it. We got a property here in Cleveland, 750 East 296 for $95,000. Let's see what this property has in store for you, right? If you're interested, it's a real live deal. It is under contract right now. Due diligence is about to begin because it was accepted yesterday, basically. And let's see what we have here for our property and the deal reveal. So 750 East 96. So let me tell you a little bit about this deal. It's a duplex, and it was recently just touched up. It most likely will pass the Section 8 inspection right out the gate. Okay. The biggest downside to this deal is that the windows and the siding are made out of wood. And although it's going to pass the inspections right now because it was recently redone, repainted, retouched up, in 3, 4, 5, 7 years, it will need to be touched up again. There is a higher level of maintenance on these painted wood sidings than vinyl, aluminum, or even asbestos tile siding. There is just higher level of maintenance on the wood siding because of the chipping paint. Cleveland has gone a little bit crazy in the last couple of years with their lead-based paint and the chipping paint. So although it's not a problem today, it is something that you should factor into your numbers in the long term. So that's really I'd say the biggest downside of this particular property. And since it is a Deal Butler deal, I placed it here in our dashboard. And if you've not already logged into your JK portal, or you've taken our ebook or any of our free stuff, free trainings, 9 Powers of Real Estate, our calculator training, or if you've purchased something from us, you have access to this calculator, which we call the Ultimate Dashboard Calculator, where you can put in your property's metrics, such as the monthly rent, um, the rate of inflation that you're assuming for that rent, your down payment, your financing terms, your purchase price and renovation costs, your all-in price. What is the property worth on the market? What is its market value? Closing costs, property taxes, insurance, the utilities, any advertising budget, property management, repairs, maintenance, inflation. You put them all in here, and it's going to spit out the important metrics, the important numbers of your deal. So don't skip a box because it won't give you the right numbers. But here is the deal ultimately. So we're all in for $95,000. That's the purchase price for the deal. What is it worth, right? Golden rule of real estate number one. I actually, and it's part of the Deal Butler service, that I get an appraisal letter for you so that you can see proof that this property is worth 102,500. This is a certified professional appraiser that comes up with this number, and that's what I put it here. So there is some discount at purchase, right? If you're buying it for 95 and it's worth 102 and it's a turnkey opportunity, well, you're buying with a few $1,000s discount. It's under market at purchase, which is a great thing. Now, it's under market, but according to the Deal Butler, it doesn't meet the discount at purchase because we want at least 10% under market value to be considered significantly under market, or 20% under market, or 30% under market. Right now, it's about 5% under market. So the Deal Butler doesn't get his check that this is a discounted deal. But that's okay because it's got other benefits, right? You'll notice taxes are crazy low, right? $334 every 6 months, or $668 a year in property taxes. Insurance, I put about 1,500. It might be lower than that. Utilities, I put 0 because my rental number here is going to be a Section 8 rental number, and that's going to include a discounted rent that includes utilities. So that's why it said 0 here, and we'll see it on the other side later. Property management, 10% of gross rent, so 10% of this 1,900. Repairs and maintenance budget at 4% of the gross rental, or about $150 a month for a duplex, and just repairs and maintenance on a turnkey. That's pretty standard, what we recommend you budget for these type of properties. On the other side, it is a duplex. So there's 2 incomes, and we've estimated it to be $950 a month per side on this particular property. So, I mean, we can do it 2 ways here, right? We can use like we normally do on these deal reveals. We just take that monthly rent. There's 2 sides and there's 12 months a year. So we can say that this property is generating about $23,000 gross income a year. Since we're in Cleveland property, we can use that 55% rule to basically say that this property is making about $12,500 a year in net operating income. And that's usually what we use, and we divide it by our purchase price to get our cap rate of about 13.2%, right? That's how we normally do it here. And remember, that is the quick way, the 50% rule, the 55% rule. But look how that number and the number, when you actually run down all of the expenses of this property, look how they compare, right? If you ran all the numbers, we're closer to 16,000 of cash flow of NOI per year, whereas our quick trick gave us about 12, 13,000. So that quick trick is typically, like 95% of the time, even more conservative than if you actually ran all of your numbers out. Okay, and that's what you want. If you want to use a quick trick, make sure it's one that's not going to, estimate it in the wrong direction, too often or too severely. So that's another reason I love the quick 50% rule or 55% rule when we're talking about these inner city Cleveland properties, these not very expensive inner city Cleveland properties. And yeah, I could have maybe used a 60% rule on this one because it's a duplex in the inner city Cleveland. But regardless, let's leave it at that. We're somewhere between that 13, and this even says up to 17% cap rate, ladies and gentlemen. That means that you're going to basically you're going to pay for this property off the cash flow alone in just over 5 years. That's what that means, having a cap rate of about 20%. Very strong. More than that, I put 950 per side. It could actually go above $1,000 right now. And let me bring up the CMHA, right? The Section 8 rent determination. Right, a 2-bedroom in this zip code could bring in up to $1,329 a month. But that number is if you pay the utilities. So since I put 0 in my dashboard on the utilities, we're gonna have to dock off at least $200 a month. I like to be conservative and dock about $300 a month off. So that's why taking $300 off this is about $1,000, and I put $950 in the calculator. So that's why we have a $950 here. But I could target $1,000, and if I were optimistic, I could put 1,100 or 1,050. And now look at these monster numbers right here, a cap rate of basically 20%. Another quick way, right, to look at these or to assess these deals lightning fast is to take a look at how much monthly rent is being generated in compared to the purchase price. So if your monthly rent is, and I'm going to bring this back down to what it was here, $950 per side. If we have $1,900 a month of gross income being generated, and we're paying $95,000 for it, that's 2%. This is a duplex that is satisfying the 2% rule in real estate. If you've invested in real estate, especially in Canada or in most markets, we struggle to hit the 1% rule. We struggle to hit the 1% rule. And here is a duplex, turnkey, or basically turnkey with a small discount at purchase that is twice as good on from a cash flow perspective and a gross income to purchase price compared to a good deal in most other markets. It's just we're not on the same planet here when it comes to comparing one investment to the other. So, are we buying cash flow here, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I think so. All right, 17% cap, very, very strong. And if I want to geek out, I can go to this page right here, and we can see that the internal rate of return of this property is over 25%. This is a cash transaction, okay? If you were to get this financed, and just because I know the numbers are going to go batshit crazy, sorry my French, but let's say you put like a 30% down on this deal. Look at that internal rate of return, right? If you apply leverage on top of this amazing deal just by its core foundation, right, you're making 60% return on your money on this type of an investment, right? This is a performer, right? This is what the numbers are telling you, but this is the type of deal that you want to get involved in as often as possible. Look at that debt service coverage ratio 2.8, meaning you can pay for 3 mortgages with this property. Like this property can support 3 times its mortgage, right? Lenders in Canada and most lenders, even in the US, want a DSCR, a debt service coverage ratio of 1.1 to 1.3. The most conservative ones want 1.3. You're at 2.8. 2.8. It's just banana bread crazy. So that's our deal reveal for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a duplex basically ready to go that's satisfying the 2% rule. Who here thinks that this is a golden deal? This is a deal that's meeting the golden rule number 1, which is we're buying at a discount. Sure, not a huge discount. I got that. It's fine. But the golden rule number 2, cash flow. If you're not getting cash flow in your real estate investments, and now you're looking into the US because there's cash flow available, well, look at this, right? This is real cash flow. You don't need too many of these to retire on, right? Just this one is probably going to generate between $15,000 and $20,000 of cash flow per year. Per year. You don't need a ton of these to retire. So again, this is what the Deal Butler is doing for you in the Cleveland market and the greater Cleveland market. We're finding these deals. I'm negotiating these deals. The reason that these numbers are as you see is because I negotiated these deals to get here, right? I didn't just find a property listed on the MLS for this price, right? These are built. Relationships are being utilized. We're negotiating. We're making deals happen the right way. So that is our deal reveal for today. If you're interested by this deal, or if you're interested in the Deal Butler service, or if you're interested in potentially one day partnering with us on deals in the Cleveland market, we're open to all these things, and we'll have a conversation with you. We're going to see if it's a fit, short term, long term, see if our goals are aligned, and let's go have fun in real estate, because right now I've got 52 units under contract right now, a total of 10 properties. And this is what I do. I'm having such a blast. I'm having a fun time. Like I said, I'm breaking my back for you. Between the Deal Butler clients and our own acquisitions, we are finding deals, and this is what we do best. So that's what we have for you. Reminding you that if you do want to meet us in person, join us June 12th in Burlington near Toronto, or July 13th in Laval near Montreal. That's going to be a French-oriented event. And if you're excited to jump in, you want to launch this business lightning fast, this U.S. real estate business, take a look at what the gurus don't tell you. jkrealestatepartners.com/programs. So what the gurus don't tell you is everything you need to do before you buy your first property, all the setup, the entity, the accounting, all that fun stuff, just to understand what's before and behind a real estate business as a foreign national, like Canadian, looking into the U.S. There is a process to do this as smoothly as possible. Our next bus tour is in August. I told you about that one. There is less than 15 spots left now. I forgot to update this slide. August 10th and 11th. There are still, I think, 2 VIP spots. All the VIP spots are like going off the shelves really quickly. I think the other VIPs from the last tour, I've been talking about the experience. So I think there's 2 left, but you can check it out if you go to jkrealestatepartners.com/bus tour. And Hamid, yes, Kim told you about this. Good, fantastic, yeah. And then we have the All You Can Learn Pass, which we recently advertised and let you know that we've brought this to be at an all-time accessible level. For under $1,000, you have access to every single recorded program that we've done. That's over 30 programs, whether it be entity setup, asset protection, financing, where to find deals, how do we evaluate deals, using your RSPs, loan brokering, wholesaling, short-term rentals, luxury short-term rentals, multifamily or mobile home parks, like everything we've done, we basically created a course on it. So to teach you the steps to go from zero to hero as quickly as possible. And that's what the All You Can Learn Pass. And again, jkrealestatepartners.com/programs to get all of the details. We want, if you join the All You Can Learn Pass, we want you to have results in as quickly as 6 months. Did I say that right? There's no reason you shouldn't have results in 6 months. And that's the whole entity setup, the whole banking setup, everything. And you've got your first deal. That's the target. But if you're, if you're like the No Child Left Behind, if that program was built because of you, don't worry. We're going to continue supporting you until you get that first deal by keeping you into a Q&A call twice a month, right? Every second Wednesday of the month, we have a Q&A call that's led by one of the JK coaches, and we are there to answer your questions to make sure that we're keeping you accountable, you're keeping yourself accountable, and we get you to that next or that first investment property in the US. So that's our deal reveal. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed evening. And for those of you who are part of the All You Can Learn or the All You Can Learn Fast Pass, we're going to see you in about half an hour for the Mastery Group coaching call. I'll be there. We're going to talk more about that 19-unit deal that I just got under contract. I'm excited to talk more about and give you the inside scoop on that. So you're very welcome, Isabel and Nancy. Thank you. Have a great evening. And don't forget, now for tomorrow, we look forward to seeing you either virtually or in August on the next Epic Bus Tour. Have a great evening, everyone.